Oh, hi, welcome back to my channel. So before everyone in the comment section asks this question, no, I did not cut my hair. No, I am not balding. I actually just am not wearing my hair extensions today, which is how you guys are used to seeing me. I just felt like today I really needed a break. This is the real me. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think it looks good, if you guys think I look hideous and should never come on camera like this again. I'm sure you'll let me know. So today's video is one that I have wanted to make for quite a while. One of the things that has deeply frustrated me about the entire Onision saga, which I know it's a lot to keep up with, but just recent updates, Chris Hansen is on him, the FBI is looking into things, and it's just a huge situation. However, something that's been really bothering me is that throughout this entire situation, I feel like someone's getting a free pass. Everyone's on Onision, everyone's going after him. Like I said, Chris Hansen, the FBI, the entire YouTube community, everyone is going after Onision, but someone seems to be getting a free pass. I'm sure you can tell by the title, but the person that I think is getting a free pass is Kai, who is Onision's partner. And don't get it twisted, Kai is not just Onision's partner in love. Kai is Onision's partner in crime, literally. Today we're going to dive into just how predatory and disgusting Kai is. We're going to go over incredibly damning receipts. And I'm going to talk about how I personally feel. I know it's up for debate. You guys can let me know in the comment section, but I personally feel that Kai is in some ways worse than Onision. Honestly, worse in the sense of how brazen Kai is. While Onision has been careful to not explicitly and outwardly break laws, Kai has been very brazen about his illegal interactions with minors, including Sarah, a girl named Regina. And quite frankly, there is more proof and more evidence of Kai being predatory and preying on underage girls than Onision. While Onision is clearly much more sneaky and careful about the way in which he preys on underage girls, Kai has admitted to sending nudes to underage girls. Kai has admitted to grooming underage girls, talks about it openly on Twitter, and for some reason Onision, obviously because Onision is a bigger, presence, gets more attention than Kai. So we are fixing that today, and we are chronicling and talking specifically about Kai. Now what you need to know first is that Kai got with Greg when Greg was 26 and she was 17. Kai was also a huge fan of Greg. Very common pattern. Greg hooks up with underage fans, moves them into his house. Very common pattern. So we're also going to get into the question of, is Kai a victim or a perpetrator himself? And personally, and by the way, I'm going to mess up on pronouns, okay? This person has had every gender identity under the sun over the years, literally. So just please get over it if I mess up on pronouns. Kai and Greg got married behind Kai's family, which makes it really super shady and weird in the first place, and immediately moved in. Very common thread with Onision moving in underage fans. Kai apparently only sees his family twice a year, which is a telltale sign of psychological abuse, by the way. Verbal and emotional abusers, it's a very common theme. They seclude you, they separate you from your family and your friends, so let's note that. Kai, just like Greg, has been heavily romantically and intimately involved with underage girls, underage fans. So again, it's not just the power dynamic of age, it's also the power dynamic of being a fan. You guys saw in my interview with Sarah, who was Onision and Kai's victim, who moved into their home at the age of 15 and then began an intimate relationship with them, both, that Sarah said nude pictures were sent to her when she was underage as well. Well, that photo actually leaked. I'm going to put it up right here. I'll pull it up right here. This is the picture exactly as Sarah described it, and this leaked after Sarah told me that story, so you know she wasn't lying. The button-down shirt, just as Sarah described it, and this is blurred out, obviously, but oh my God.
Basically, Kai was taking selfies, and he sent me a few of the selfies, and one of them, he didn't have any bottoms on, but he had a shirt on. And one of them, his entire, private was in the picture.
And again, in a disgusting and narcissistic and bragging type of way, Kai actually put that picture up on Instagram, but cropped it and made it seem like it was just some wholesome selfie when it was in reality a nude that was sent to a minor. I'm grooming you nicely, says Kai to Sarah at the age of 15. And here's something I did not know, because the depravity of Greg and Kai goes so far that they actually got custody of Sarah.
Good. Yes, I am legally Sarah's guardian right now, currently. Her mother signed guardianship over to me. It has been notarized, and I have legal custody of Sarah right now.
Legal custody of a child who they then proceeded to have an intimate relationship with. A relationship that Kai denied was ever physical, to the point of never even cuddling, But then, of course, you have evidence here, and we've shown that before. So in combination with that very obvious and stupid lie, with all of the brazen admissions of illegal interactions with kids on Twitter, why does this person seem to be getting a free pass? I mean, I'm not going to say free passes and no one is talking about Kai, but it is nowhere near the level of Greg. Now, I really want to deep dive a bit into, is Kai a victim through and through, a predator through and through, or a combination of both? Now, I say, personally, Kai was once a victim and is now a predator, like I said. It is actually a common and really, really sad thing that people who are victims of abuse often become abusers. That is a cycle that has been well documented, well studied, and that's just what it is. And let me be very clear, I by no means want to paint victims with that brush that they all become abusers, because that is not the truth, even remotely. However, it is, like I said, a documented cycle that can and does occur somewhat commonly. When someone is preyed upon or when someone is hurt in that manner, the trauma that occurs can often manifest in very different ways. Now, I was very open about the fact that I was actually raped when I was either 18 or 19. Honestly, those couple of years were really traumatic years for me, so they kind of blend in together. I don't know if I was 18 or 19, but one of the two. And the trauma that manifested for me is that I grew a very unhealthy relationship with men afterwards. Because of going through that, I had really bad intimacy issues, letting myself be vulnerable with men. I became scared of men. I became scared of being alone with a man. And I had to work through that personally. It is your obligation, and it sucks, but it is your obligation that when you go through something like that and when you are a victim, you really have to take care of yourself and you really have to address the trauma that occurs, because sometimes that trauma can follow you for years and years and years. That is personally, I believe, the case with Kai. Kai went through the same thing that Kai is putting others through. Kai was underage, met Greg, was moved in, had an intimate relationship, and that did the same thing to Sarah. Preyed upon underage girls in the exact same way that she was preyed upon. The fan power dynamic, the age power dynamic, happening online. It's the same thing. So honestly, as tragic as it is, no one gets a free pass when they hurt someone because they were once hurt. I think Kai needs and deserves help, but to throw the damage that Kai is doing under the rug because Kai is also a victim is the wrong thing to do, in my opinion. Now again, these tweets and these pictures, I'm grooming you nicely. No one says that as a joke. Like, and what kind of humor is that anyways? This is something that we have explicitly caught Kai doing. I mean, it's not even caught when you talk about it on the internet. I mean, honestly, to have the balls to post on Instagram a nude that you sent to a kid just cropped and acting like everything's cool, that is scary. One thing I also wanted to talk about that I feel like not enough people do talk about and people sometimes forget is that they're parents. There's kids in this household. There's kids in this household while Greg is having these crazy meltdowns. I mean, imagine being a kid and hearing and seeing your father behave like that. That is traumatic. And maybe it's too taboo and people are a little scared to pose the question, but I haven't seen anyone talk about this. Are the kids that are in the household also at risk of being abused in the same way that they abuse children who are not related to them? Like, that is concerning, and I think that going forward, people really need to address that even more. Like I've been saying, Greg is the R. Kelly of YouTube, and it's crazy because if you watch documentaries about R. Kelly and the things that he's done, he also uses his victims to find more victims. Jeffrey Epstein used his victims to recruit other victims. Kai is the person who helped Greg recruit the kids they're going to prey on. It's disgusting. My message to Kai, however, is that it is not too late for you. You can seek help. You can get out of this household. You can get out of this relationship. You can stop what you're doing. There does need to be justice for the kids that you've hurt. That's period, point blank. But Kai, you can help to stop the cycle now. And I know that you're probably never going to watch this, but I really hope that you make that decision and that choice. All right, guys, that is it. I hope going forward, people focus a little more on Kai and that it's not all about Greg. I know that, you know, on the outside, it's the theatric of it, the freakouts and Greg being Greg and the tweets that he does. Like, that's all more eye-catching and entertaining. But don't forget about the person that he's using to help prey on young girls. Let me know your thoughts. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you in every single video that we do. You know, we're a family over here, so we definitely want you part of it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I do post daily on there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.